Good morning, everybody. Today is 9:38 on Saturday, August 23rd. I know normally we get started with watering, but I want to transplant the salvia. I think that they're actually having a root rot problem, and that's what's going on because they don't have drainage, but also those pots that they're in are very much falling apart, and that's why I put those plastic liner bags in there, because otherwise the water just would run straight out of the pot because the pot's so old. So I got some new pots and I'm going to drill the drainage holes now. They're going to be like pretty small drainage holes, but drainage holes nonetheless. Maybe I need to charge this battery. It's been quite a little while since I've charged that. Hold this thought. Let's put it on the charger. Okay, so I will worry about those momentarily. I don't know, maybe I should put it on the other charger so that I don't have to have the lights on while I'm charging. In the meantime, though, I'm gonna get the watering done real quick. I'm not going to water the salvia. Yeah, I'm not gonna water the salvia. Off camera stuff Okay, look at that salvia that I got. I think it's a really nice salvia. Watered my shoe accidentally. That's lovely. So I know when I'm doing yard work, I should probably be wearing safety boots while I'm working in the yard, just, to keep things safe, right? But I wear safety boots all night when I'm at work, and I need a break unless I'm going to be digging or something like that, where I might need to use my feet as tools, or, if I were to use the chainsaw, I would put my safety boots back on. But, if I'm not using the chainsaw or just needing my feet to also be tools, I need to give my feet a break from the safety boots. Let's go water some stuff over there real quick. It occurs to me I'm not currently watering the cucumber. Let's do that. Huh. I don't know. Maybe I should call my son and ask him if he is planning on coming over today so that I know if I can water the tree uncontested. Whatever. I'll water the tree because it probably needs it at least a little bit. Breaking it like the last. Holy crap. Apparently not, but fortunately this glass was a lot more sturdy given that I freaking dropped it right out of the box. Holy crap. I am really just astounded that I dropped it right out of the box. It is glass, hand blown, I guess, and it didn't break. That's shocking. The hummingbirds will be able to find it there. Unless right there would be better. Right there might be better because it's getting... It is in the sun already right there, so it would probably be better there on that branch. But I'm gonna wait just a little bit. Let's see, does this come with hummingbird food? Oh, maybe. It comes with a second hook that I don't think that I actually need, but you know, whatever. I'll put it right there so that I don't lose it. Oh no, it doesn't come with a second hook. That was the hook that the feeder came with, and I just got a more sturdy one separately. Holy crap. I see some parents teaching their kid how to ride a bike using an actual bicycle, not one of those stupid freaking balance bikes. I mean, what the F are those things? Okay, this side of the house is embarrassing, but I gotta move my camping gear that I put over here yesterday over to the bin. Slightly different way. That I need to wash and put on the stove. Oh, that's heavy. I don't know why the heck I put that borax with camping gear though. Together, which means they are garbage. So, I picked up this portable outdoor camping shower set. Not the most high end of things, I'm sure, but the thing that I'm looking for it to do is actually just, keep the water hot or while I'm using the water to wash the freaking dishes, you know? That is my plan, and yeah. So it has a thermometer, I think. Yeah, it's got a thermometer in there, so if I heat the water up a little bit, it should keep it hot so that I can wash my dishes while camping with hot water, you know? Or maybe I wouldn't even necessarily have to heat up the water so much as just fill up the tank. Huh. Oh. Maybe I should get crap. I don't know why I didn't realize that it doesn't come with some kind of a bag for the water to go into. It just comes with this, or, you know, a bucket. I guess I'll have to get into the habit of bringing a bucket with me. Yeah, I'll have to get into the habit of bringing a bucket with me. I've been meaning to start bringing a bucket while camping anyways, because it really is the easiest way to handle the trash situation, you know. Oh, okay. So that can hang on the side of a bucket, I guess. Very. I don't know. Given that these things can't really be turned, I've got my doubts about that. I mean, it was an inexpensive new apparatus that I'm really hoping will make the camp kitchen thing a little bit easier, you know? I hope. But that should probably stay in there too. And I'm gonna put this in my one of my dishes mess kit, since this is gonna help me with washing the dishes. Although maybe I should test it before I take it camping with me. Okay. Let's fill up this bucket a little bit and then test this new apparatus. Although maybe I should read the directions. Where did I put the frickin' darn thing? Gosh, I hid it in plain sight. Gosh, I'm 46 years old. You'd think I'd know better than to put anything at eye level, because I don't freaking look there. Okay. Let's see if I can figure this out at all before reading any directions. Let's see. Okay. to plug it into in order to use it, which I did not realize. I guess I could utilize the restroom, I guess. Outlet at the restroom. So that's just directions for the heater. Okay. Sure that it stays with the heater. Ah, yes. That was what was throwing me off. And it's just a little removable thing probably to keep water from getting everywhere. So I'll have to make sure I don't lose those tabs. It's figuring out what the water temperature is. I guess the water temperature is currently 70 degrees. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, there's actually decent water pressure with this. Okay. There's some decent water pressure on that thing. I am pleased. I guess I should test and see how long it takes the water heater to heat up the water to a temperature good for what you call it, for washing dishes. I'll do that as a part of the final test while I'm doing everything else, I guess. While I am working on other things. Okay, and you've got to have the water heater fully submerged. Okay, so the water, I think I want to put some more water in there just so that there's enough to actually wash dishes as a better test. Okay, I don't feel like this apparatus to hang the spray nozzle off of is like really the most effective. I don't think it stays in place very well. As you guys can see, it's 60 degrees right now, and it is currently 10:34. I started with cold water with the heater, so we'll check back on this in, I don't know, 20 minutes to see just how long it takes to see how much of a temperature increase I can get in 20 minutes with this thing. Okay. I only paused it for a couple of minutes because I'm going to do some other stuff while I wait on that. I think it's the light for how much it's charged. Hopefully it's charged enough to give me some power for this guy. Hopefully. God. What the hell? I guess this must be just a straight up weak ass drill, which I'm not surprised, to be honest. That's why I okay. Maybe if I try a smaller drill bit. God, I hope that a smaller drill bit is enough to ameliorate this issue. God. Okay. My goodness gracious. Apparently, Ryobi's really have no power. with nails sounds about right. Okay, I need a different. You know why these things are always so difficult to open? It's because so many people freaking steal. It does not matter what your political affiliation is or whatever. People steal anything that's not freaking nailed down. It's ridiculous. You know, this crap would not be so difficult to open if people didn't steal so much. You know, because those of us that don't steal, and I will admit, when I was in junior high, I fell in with a girl that was a really bad influence, and she was a really bad influence. She liked to go to the Target and shoplift. And, you know, I followed her example one time, and one time only. And I got caught. And I ain't stole nothing since. Because I didn't like that. And, you know, I'm a pretty honest person. Probably because I'm a horrible liar. You know, or at least that's part of it, I'm sure. You know, that, and how I was raised, too. You know, but anyways. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, so what, this is supposed to help you sort them out? Wood with nails, medium metal, wood with nails, thin metal, thin metal, thin metal, medium metal, medium metal, medium metal. Okay, so I guess I'll have all the medium metals together, the thin metals together, and the wood with nails together. Okay, there we go. That's all sorted out. So now the water says that it's 50 degrees. it's been 13 minutes. So, clearly the water it'll have to be heated up before I put it in there, which I was really hoping to avoid having to use propane to heat up the water. So I guess that means that I'll just have to rinse with cold water on my dishes if this thing doesn't work. But I mean, the spray nozzle, it has pressure, so that really will help rinsing the dishes. It just would be so much better if it was with hot water. Okay, so how do I attach this? It feels like it's some kind of safety lever. Oh, okay, yeah. That was a safety lever. Okay, so. Okay, so how do I get it to lock in place? I guess it just locks in place automatically when I put the thing down on. I hope. Wow. Something about this doesn't. Why don't we do one more? Aha, okay. Oh. Okay. How do I get the freaking blade to actually lock in place? Maybe I should read the directions. Because it could be dangerous to even turn it on when the blade isn't locked in. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the directions real quick. There's always trial and error the first time you use a tool. Well, good news! I figured it out, how to get the blade to lock in. Bad news is there's no user manual, so I guess it's just a guy thing. To just look at something and know how to use it. I don't know. different, though, for sure. Okay. Let's see. Speed. Something about this just feels sure it's okay. Good. Safety's on. Although not having power is the best method of securing safety from power tools. Does this go in any farther? No, I guess not. I don't know, it feels kind of odd. Okay. Huh. Okay. So I put the pump and heater in there at 10:34. It is now 11:02, and it says the temperature is 40 now. So it's somehow, even though it's a warm day already, it's not getting any warmer in the water there. That's weird. Okay. Somehow I feel like it would be safer if I was using this thing on an object that stays fixed, instead of just a loose board like this. I did buy this thing to use for disassembling something that is a fixed object, so it's good to know, I guess, that that is the best use of it. I really didn't know because I've never used a Sawzall before. I know I'm not supposed to hit dirt, so. I am frustrated with this heating thing. I really did not want to have to use propane to wash my dishes while camping, but I guess it's a good thing I'm bringing a 10-pound tank, I guess. Maybe the heater thing is just to keep your water warm while you're using it after you've already heated it up. It really does not seem to actually heat cold water. Because it's been half an hour and the water's just gotten colder, according to the thermometer inside of the sump pump anyways. It's good to find out what your gear can do before you actually take it on a camping trip. So I'm glad I did this test to find out, but that just tells me that I paid for a heating element thing that I'm not even gonna fucking use, which is frustrating because, I don't know, maybe if I go visit any parks that actually have a dishwashing area that also has an outlet nearby, then in theory I'd be able to use that, because a lot of times they don't have hot water at those places. So if I heated my water and then carried it over to their sink with their outlet, I could do that. But I don't have a power bank that actually has just a regular plug outlet to plug into. It's all USB or USB-C for my plugs. So that isn't gonna work there, I guess. That would be a lot of power to use just to have hot water had hopes, though. I had hopes. Oh well. Okay, so I am gonna call that test complete. I found out what I needed to know, but I'm done messing with it right now. I can't help but wonder if maybe one of those solar water heater bags would be the way to go. It wouldn't have to be a big one, you know, just something that I could, in theory, fill up before I left for hiking in the morning. And then in theory, you know, it would be at least lukewarm when I went to use it later for washing dishes. In theory. It's worth trying. I should get a solar water heater bag, I guess, so that I can at least test it. Well, I gotta get on to sleep. I gotta go to work tonight. No, I didn't get really much of anything done today other than, you know, drilling some tiny holes in those giant pots. But sometimes that's how it goes. So I'm gonna go drink some water. I hope that you guys all have a good day. Don't forget your sunscreen.